Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44 coming at you with another video. All right, so we're preparing for a Laker game tonight that is at an hour that I don't think I've ever seen a basketball game in all of my years of watching basketball. 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. I've never ever seen that. Now they've had games that started 8 o'clock, but they were probably scheduled for like 7:45. This is different, so I'm gonna tell everybody because it starts at 8 and it is in Los Angeles at the Staples Center. We go by LA time, that fashionably late LA culture. That's a real thing here. So this game probably doesn't start until about 8:12 to 8:15. Between 8:09 and 8:15 is when you can expect tip off. If you come in at 8 o'clock thinking the game's going to tip off, I think there's a very low chance that it tips off at that point. It just doesn't. Now in other cities, at other arenas, yeah, they start on time. But this is LA. We're fashionably late, and that's how the Lakers have been doing it since I was a kid. So if it's at 7:30, the game starts probably about 7:45. If it's at 8 o'clock, it probably starts about 8:15, somewhere in there. So just be prepared for that, especially East Coast people. I would, if you're a dedicated Laker fan, just be prepared. This is a different type of scheduling. I think it has something to do with Peacock and how they want to do things. We got another game on 3:10 against the Minnesota Timberwolves that's also going to be at 8 o'clock, but those are the only two 8 o'clock scheduled games that I see on the schedule for the Lakers. So that's just something to be ready for. March 10th against Minnesota will also be 8 p.m. So this is a tournament game, and it's against the Los Angeles Clippers. And the game, of course, as I said, Staples Center. Now, just looking at the group standings, the Lakers are tied with the Clippers. So this is a very important game. We're plus 19 in the point differential. So if we're up by a lot and we're still scoring, it's very important that we understand why that's happening. Had a little trouble with the Pelicans last week in that regard. They didn't get it. They were upset at us and all of that for trying to run the score up even though it was out of whack. In this situation, it is absolutely essential that the Lakers remember what they're doing. And that is, you're in a group situation. You're tied with the Clippers, both 2-0, to lead this division. This is a very pivotal game for this tournament. So we need to win it, and we need to win it by a lot if we can help it. So the stakes are high. And unfortunately, we're going to be missing someone. DeAndre Ayton, the center, is not going to be available for the Lakers tonight. Let's check out what we have here for that. Injury report, he's the only person listed. He is out. So we got to go up against Zubac without him, go up against Brook Lopez without him. I don't like that for us at all. But it is what it is. Injury report for the Clippers. Bradley Beal's out for the season. Bogdan Bogdanovic is a game-time decision. No, that's not right. Give me a second. Jordan Miller is out, and Derrick Jones Jr. is out. So we ain't got to worry about Derrick Jones Jr. catching lobs tonight. He will not be out there. So, yeah, that's the injury report. And let's get into the Clippers. This is going to be a regular-sized video. We're going to be here for about an hour going over the Clippers highlights. Rather the stats here. I'll try to make it as condensed as possible, but I did all the highlight watching of the Clippers I needed to do, and so we'll go back 5 games per usual. And we start on 11-16 against the Boston Celtics, if my calculations are correct. Yes. The Clippers lost that game. They lost most of these games. 121-118 in Boston. It's part of a very long road trip that the Clippers are now finally winding down to the end of. Technically, this is a road game as well, but at least they're back in Los Angeles. The body can't tell the difference. So that's going to be good for them. They slept in their own beds last night. But in this case, they didn't against the Boston Celtics. And we'll go over the team stats and then the box score for the Clippers and move on to the next game. So the Boston Celtics shot 45% from the field, 46 of 103. 103 field goals attempted by the Celtics. That's 20 more than the Clippers, who were 38 of 81 from the field for 47%. The Clippers shot 14 of 35 from the 3 for 40%, and the Celtics 16 of 39 from the 3 for 41%. Celtics were 13 of 17 from the free throw line. The Clippers got there 30 times, hit 28 of them for 93%. So the Clippers shot very well from the line there. We need to keep note of that. The Celtics had 49 rebounds. The Clippers had 44. 20 offensive boards for the Celtics. 10 for the Clippers. That's crazy. 20 offensive boards is a lot. Assists, 26 for the Celtics, 23 for the Clips. 6 steals for the Celtics, 4 for the Clips. 6 blocks for the Celtics, 7 for the Clippers. 14 turnovers for the Clippers, 27 points conceded off of those. 6 turnovers for the Celtics, 10 points conceded off of those. So the Celtics took care of the ball and played good transition defense when necessary. The Clippers, not good transitional defense there, but they suck in that area. They're old, and it is what it is. Fast break points, 22 for the Celtics, 9 for the Clippers, 54 points in the paint for the Celtics, 46 for the Clips. 24 was the largest lead of the game for the Celtics. The Clippers did not lead in this game at all. All right, so we won't look at the Celtics stats. Let's go straight into Harden and them. John Collins, 30 minutes, 17 points, 8 of 13 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 2 rebounds, -7. Derrick Jones, 11 minutes of play, 5 points, 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 1 rebound, 2 blocks, -9. Zubac's 34 minutes, 16 points, 6 of 10 from the field, 4 of 4 from the line, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 offensive boards, a -15. James Harden, who's on a tear right now, 38 minutes, 37 points, 9 of 22 from the field, 5 of 11 from the line, and 5 of 11 from 3, 14 of 15 from the line. He had 7 boards, 8 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, and a -8. Chris Dunn, 25 minutes, 6 points, 1 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3 of 4 from the line, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 turnovers, and -15. Nicholas Batum, 20 minutes, 6 points, 2 of 4 from the field, and 4 rebounds, 1 turnover, 2 blocks, a -1. Brook Lopez, 14 minutes, 5 points, 1 of 2 from the 3 and field. Hit both his free throws, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, plus 11 for Brook. Bogdan Bogdanovic, 35 minutes of play, 11 points, 4 of 10 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3. Hit both of his free throws, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, a +18 for Bogey. Jordan Miller, 11 minutes, 4 points, 1 of 3 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 2 of 2 from the field, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, -5 for Jordan Miller. And breakout player, Kobe Sanders. He's another name that I would have loved to have thrown into that video. I was talking about guys who had broken out of nowhere. He is one of Kobe Sanders for the Clippers, number 4. He had 23 minutes, 11 points, 4 of 7 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 4 offensive boards for Kobe Sanders, a +16 for the LA Clippers. And the Celtics, we're not looking at their stats, but we do know that Jaylen Brown went for 33, Peyton Pritchard went for 30, Luka Garza had 13 off the bench, Derek White had 22 points, and they were able to squeak out a win against these Clippers. It was a very close game, but the evil Celtics beat the evil Clippers. And battle of the Laker ops went like that. Let's move on. So further into the Clippers road trip, they had another loss under their belt, another close game, heartbreaker against the Sixers. The Sixers won the game 110-108. And let's look at the team stats on this. 76ers shot 46% from the field, 39 of 84. The Clippers shot 40% from the field, 35 of 87. The three-point line, the Clippers shot 31%, 12 of 39. Sixers 11 of 33 for 33%. Free throw line, the Clippers shot the ball very well, 26 of 27 for 96% from the free throw line. So the Clippers, second game in a row, they shot excellent from the line. The Sixers 70% from the line, 21 of 30. Both teams had 45 boards. Sixers had 9 offensive boards. Clippers had 8. Clippers had only 18 assists to the 76ers 26. 6 steals for the Clips, 7 for the Sixers, 3 blocks for the Clips, 4 for the Sixers. 9 turnovers for the Sixers, 12 points conceded off of those, and 10 turnovers for the Clippers, only 8 points conceded off of those. So the Clippers did a much better job in transition on the defensive end. That's something we always point out here as an emphasis to focus on in every game. Fast break points, 15 points on the fast break for the Sixers, 14 for the Clippers, 50 points in the paint for the Sixers, 42 for the Clippers. 13 was the largest lead for the Clips and 5 for the Sixers. And this was Paul George's return. He actually returned against his old squad. And what did he end up doing? He had 9 points. Bad shooting, but, whatever. Maxey walked away with 39. He's playing great. Quentin Grimes had a good shooting night, 19 points there. And that's about as much as we'll say about the Sixers. For the Clippers, John Collins, 27 minutes of play, 11 points, 33 of 8 from the field, 5 of 5 from the line, 7 rebounds, -2. Zubats, 34 minutes of play, 14 points, 7 of 13 from the field, 13 boards, 1 assist, 5 offensive rebounds, and a -7 for Zubats. James Harden, 37 minutes of play, 28 points, 7 of 25 from the field, 2 of 12 from the 3. Ouch, 12 of 12 from the line, though. 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 turnovers, 1 steal, 2 blocks, +4 for James Harden. Chris Dunn, 27 minutes, 7 points, 3 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, a -8 for Chris Dunn. Kobe Sanders got the start here, 30 minutes of play, 17 points, 5 of 11 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3, hit all 4 of his free throw lines, and had 1 board, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 0 on the +- for number 4. Nicholas Batum, 21 minutes of play, 11 points, 3 of 7 from the field and 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 turnover, a 0 also in the +-. Brook Lopez, 14 minutes of play, 6 points, 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, hit his only free throw, had a board and a turnover, a +5 for Brook. Chris Paul, 11 minutes of play, 3 points, 1 of 2 from the 3, 1 of 1 from the 3, 1 of 2 from the field, 2 rebounds, a -6 for CP3. Bogey Bogdanovic, 27 minutes of play, had 9 points on 3 of 9 from the field and 1 of 6 from 3. 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 steal, +3 for Bogdanovic. And Christie, 12 minutes of play, 2 points, 1 of 2 from the field, or 1 from 3, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 block, no assist, a +1 for Max's brother. And that concludes what we got to say about the second game on tab for the Clippers. They lost this one close as well. Paul George came back, got his revenge game. All is well in Philadelphia. Moving on, a blowout game. The Clippers got their butts whooped in Orlando, 129-101. This was not pretty. Jalen Suggs went for 23 points, it says. Let's see the team stats. The Clippers shot 40% from the field, 39 of 89. Magic, 45 of 94 for 48% from the field. The Magic shot 53% from the 3, 18 of 34. Clippers, 14 of 36 for 39% from the 3. Free throw line, 21 of 24 for the Magic, 88%. 15 of 19 for the Clippers for 79%. The Magic killed it on the glass, 51-43. 12 offensive boards for the Magic, 10 for the Clippers. 32 assists for the Magic, 20 for the Clippers. Clippers are not doing well in that area. And the Magic killed them there, clearly. 12 steals for the Magic, 7 for the Clippers, 4 blocks for the Magic, 6 for the Clippers. 21 turnovers for the Clippers, 33 points conceded off of 21 turnovers. 12 steals the Magic forced. That's some real transitional offense going on for the Magic. The Magic only turned the ball over 11 times and had 13 points conceded off of those. Fast break points, yeah. 41-15, the Magic killed them. Points in the paint, 50 for the Magic, 40 for the Clippers. 30 was the largest lead for the Magic, 2 for the Clippers. Yeah, that fast break, turnover, gone the other way. That's pretty much how this game went the whole time. All right, John Collins, 25 minutes of play, had 9 points, 4 of 8 from the field, or 1 from 3, 1 of 2 from the line, 4 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block, a -18 for John Collins. Zubats, 32 minutes of play, 14 points, 7 of 16 from the field, 19 boards for Ivica Zubats, 1 turnover, 5 offensive boards, -8. He's going to kill him on the glass tonight. With no Ayton out there, we can just pencil him in for double-digit rebounds. James Harden, 31 minutes of play, 31 points. 8 of 16 from the field, 5 of 11 from 3, 10 of 12 from the line. He shot well. 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 5 turnovers, 2 steals, a -20 for the Beard. Chris Dunn, 25 minutes of play, 4 points, 2 of 5 from the field, or 1 from 3, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal from him, -16 for Dunn. Kobe Sanders, 26 minutes of play, 6 points, 2 of 8 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, hit his only free throw, 2 rebounds, 5 turnovers, 2 blocks, a -3 for Kobe. Nick Batum, 9 minutes of play, hit his 3-point shot for 3 points, 2 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 steal, -4 for Nick. Telfort, I'm not familiar with this player. He had garbage time minutes, missed a 3, -10. Brook Lopez, 6 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, -7. He had 2 blocks as well. Yannick Conan Niederhauser, 11 minutes of play, hit all 3 of his field goals for 6 points, got a board, got an assist, got a turnover, got a block, 1 offensive boards, a -13. He needs more minutes. Chris Paul, 23 minutes of play, 4 points, 2 assists from the field, over 2 from 3, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 turnovers, 1 steal, a -12 for Chris Paul. Bogey Bogdanovic, 21 minutes, 6 points, 2 of 9 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, 1 rebound, 3 assists, 1 turnover, -7 for Bogey. Kobe Brown, one of my favorite young players, doesn't get the looks that he needs on this team. They should be starting 2 Kobe's Clippers if they have any sense. They just move all the young stuff to the top, move all the old stuff to the back, and their team will improve dramatically immediately, but they ain't going to do that. So Kobe Brown continues to sit. Number 24, 16 minutes of play, 9 points, 3 of 8 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 offensive boards, a -11. He is so underutilized. Please, Lord, get Kobe Brown off of the Clippers. Cam Christie, 12 minutes of play, 6 points, 1 of 4 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, 1 steal, a -12 for Cam Christie. And of course, the Magic would just breeze over. As we say, Jalen Suggs had 23 points on 5 of 9 from the 3. He shot well. Anthony Black is starting to get some minutes. 4 of 9 from the field. He had 12 points. Desmond Blaine didn't quite shoot very well from the field, but hit half of his 3 shots for 15 points. Kristen Da Silva did the same thing, 17 points. And Franz Wagner got to the line a lot, 20 points for him. And, they all forced turnovers, man. Anthony Black had a bunch of steals. Suggs had a couple. Batazde had a couple. They just got out in transition and just blew this old Clipper team out. And that's pretty much how that went. All right, next up for the Clippers. They got a win against the Charlotte Hornets in Charlotte, 131-116. Let's see what happened here. This was a big James Harden game. That's what this was. So Clippers shot 51% from the field, 46 of 90. The Hornets 41 of 85 from the field for 48%. The Clippers shot 19 of 43 from the 3 for 44%. That's a lot of threes. And they hit a lot of them too. So if they shoot like that tonight, it could be a long night for the Lakers. 11 of 36 for the Hornets for 31%. The Hornets got to the line 26 times, hit 23 of them for 88%, and the Clippers 24 times, hit 20 of them for 83%. So that's 88% for the Hornets, if I misspoke. 41 rebounds for the Clippers, 38 for the Hornets, 11 rebounds on the offensive side for both teams. 30 assists for the Clippers, 24 for the Hornets, 8 steals for the Clippers, 5 for the Hornets, 2 blocks for both teams. 10 turnovers for the Clippers, only 11 points conceded off of those, so they got it together. So they're going back and forth with that. 11 for the Hornets, 15 points conceded off of those. Fast break points, 11 for the Hornets, 10 for the Clippers. Points in the paint, 52 for the Clippers, 44 for Charlotte. 24 was the largest lead of the game for the Clippers. 8 was the largest for the Hornets. So yeah, this like I said, this was the James Harden game. Ain't no way around that. Let's get into the box score here. 26 minutes of play for John Collins, 10 points, 4 of 10 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. Hit his only free throw, 7 rebounds, plus 6. He also had a steal out there. Ivica Zubac, 30 minutes of play, 18 points, 9 of 12 from the field, 9 boards, 6 assists, 1 turnover, 1 block, 2 offensive boards, a plus 17 for him. James Harden, this was a vintage beard extravaganza. 35 minutes of play, he had 55 points, 17 of 26 from the field, 10 of 16 from the 3, and 11 of 14 from the free throw line. He had 7 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 steal, 2 turnovers, a plus 22. This was James Harden at his best. This simply James Harden, the Hall of Fame game right there. Chris Dunn, 27 minutes of play, 6 points, 3 of 5 from the field, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, plus 8 for Chris Dunn. Kobe Sanders, 30 minutes of play, 11 points, 3 of 7 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. Hit all 4 of his free throws, 1 rebound, 2 assists, plus 16. He also had a steal. Nick Batum, 19 minutes of play, had 9 points, hit 3 of 4 from the line and 3. 3 rebounds, 2 steals, plus 18 from Nick Batum. Jordan Telfort chipped in with 3 minutes, got a steal, -9. Brook Lopez, 15 minutes, 11 points, 4 of 10 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 block, +7. Niederhauser, 3 minutes, missed both of his field goals, but he did get 2 rebounds, both of them on the offensive side, at -9. Chris Paul, 23 minutes of play, 3 points, 1 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, missed a free throw, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 turnover, +1 for CP3. Kobe Brown, 8 minutes of play, missed his 3-point shot, had a turnover, sat down, a -9. And Cam Christie, 21 minutes of play, 2 of 8 from the field, 0 of 4 for 3, hit all 4 of his free throws for 8 points, 9 rebounds, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, a +7 for Max's brother. And the Hornets had, 18 points from Sexton, 26 from Con Knippel on really good shooting. LaMelo shot terrible from the 3 as usual, had 18 points. Brandon Miller made his return, shot horribly from the 3 as well, 21 points. And Miles Bridges had 19 points in this game. And the Hornets lost per usual. 2 bad teams going up against one another. James Harden taking advantage of Charlotte's terrible defense in a very dramatic fashion. That's pretty much what that was. If you're a James Harden fan, you really love that game. All right, and then to end the eastern part of their road trip, because they still have to play us, and I think they go to Phoenix next. But to end the long road trip, more or less, they played the Cleveland Cavaliers and did not win. 120-105 was the score there. And the team stats will let us know what happened. Cavaliers, 45 of 87 for 52% from the field. Clippers, 37 of 80 for 46% from the field. Clippers shot 31% from the 3-point line, 8 of 26, and the Cavs, 17 of 45, 38% from 3. Cavs from the line, 65%, not very good, 13 of 20. Clippers, 23 of 26 for 88%. The Cavs were +1 on the boards, 41 to 40. And the offensive boards, 8 for the Cavs, 12 for the Clippers. Assists, 28 for the Cavs, 23 for the Clippers. The Clippers consistently do not assist the ball. I'm noticing they really suck in the assist category as a team. 10 steals for the Cavs, 6 for the Clips, 4 blocks for the Cavs, 2 for the Clips, 14 turnovers for the Cavs, 22 points conceded off of those. 16 turnovers for the Clippers, 19 points conceded off of those. Fast break points, 14 for the Cavs, 9 for the Clippers. Clippers beat them in the paint pretty good, 52 to 40. And the largest lead of the game for the Clippers was 8, and for the Cavs it was 20. So let's see what the Clippers did. Kawhi Leonard made his return. He had 26 minutes, 20 points, 6 of 13 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, hit all 5 of his free throws, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 turnovers, 3 steals, and a +3. Excuse me, a +3 for the Claw. John Collins, 30 minutes of play, 5 points, 1 of 6 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 3 of 4 from the line, 3 rebounds, 2 blocks, -7. He had a horrible game. I don't know what's going on, but he don't fit in with the Clippers. They need to move him immediately for a ball handler right away. Zubac, 33 minutes of play, 33 points, 15 of 22 from the field, 18 rebounds, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, 7 offensive boards, a +6. Zubac played an all-star level game, and this is right before he sees us when he knows he ain't got to go against Ayton. I just imagine how bad it's going to be for us tonight with Zubac. It's going to be bad. I know it. James Harden, 32 minutes of play, 19 points, 5 of 16 from the field, 0 of 8 from 3. So, yeah, he thought he was still in Charlotte. Nah, bro. Back down to earth, 9 of 10 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, -15. That's more like what you expect from James Harden. Although 0 of 8 is kind of crazy. Chris Dunn, 24 minutes of play, 9 points, 3 of 5 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 2 offensive boards, +4 for Chris Dunn. Nick Batum, 25 minutes of play, 6 points, 2 of 5 from the 3 and field. He only attempts 3s. Nick Batum ain't shot no 2s in none of these games, if I'm not mistaken. All 3s. 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, -16. Telfort chipped in with a missed field goal. Actually, a missed 3. 1 rebound in 4 minutes. A 0 and a ±. Brook Lopez, 11 minutes of play, 0 of 2 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3. He had 1 board, a -24 for Brook Lopez. And then Niederhauser only gets 4 minutes. Clipper stuff. I don't know, man. 0-1 from the field, 3 rebounds for Niederhauser. Yeah, Chris Paul, 17 minutes of play, 2 points, hit his only field goal, had 5 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 rebound, -10. Kobe Brown, 4 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 2 from the 3 and field, 1 assist, 1 turnover. Kobe Sanders, 28 minutes of play, 5 points, 2 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal, -16 for Kobe Sanders. And Cam Christie had 4 minutes of play, 3 points, 1 of 2 from the field, 1 of 2 from the line. Also had an assist, a 0 from the plus-minus. Donovan Mitchell, 37 points. You know, that's really what it came down to. Tyrese Proctor had 11 points off the bench, 17 for DeAndre Hunter, 18 points for Mobley, and a double-double there. And they took care of the Clippers. A bad team came into their building. They wiped the floor with them like they're supposed to. Cleveland's a good team. Clippers are not, period. The end. So that's really what it is to say, man. We'll see the Clippers tonight, and I don't like the matchup for us. Even though the Clippers suck, they're going to be able to attack us in some areas we're significantly weak. And they got Kawhi back, which significantly raised their ceiling, even though you only expect him to play a half before going out for another 30 games. But that's not the point. You got to deal with him tonight. He's going to suit up. And he's always motivated to play the Lakers because that's just how that works. So you got James Harden, who is coming off a bad game, but then before that came off an amazing game. And you got Kawhi back. You got essentially Zubats down there with nobody to guard him. With respect to our centers, there's nobody down there to guard him. So this is just a bad situation for the Lakers going into a tournament game that we really need to win. We're going to need big performances from, obviously, our stars, and our role players are going to have to chip in. And we're just going to have to try to duplicate what we saw the Magic do, which is turn this team over and take advantage of their speed deficiencies. The problem is, when you're bringing back Kawhi Leonard, that may not necessarily be the case. Kawhi is a very efficient guy. Even though his defense isn't what it used to be, he's still extremely difficult to deal with on both sides of the floor. And so now you got the Clippers looking like how they're supposed to look, slotting everybody back into their proper roles, and in a gaping hole at the center position where Zubats is basically in his prime playing like an all-star. I just don't like this for us. I'm not going to lie to you. I hate this for us. This is not the way you want to have to face the Clippers with Kawhi coming back and Ayton going out. That's bad. That leans lopsided one way and not the other. And even though it's a home game for us, we're obviously a better team. I think a great deal of why we've been as good as we are is because Ayton's down there running pick and roll so properly. You remove him and you got that dynamic that we saw against the Jazz. We could barely score 106 points, 108 points against the Jazz. This is just not, this comes together for me to be very concerned that we're going to lose this basketball game. Very concerned, especially with Bron being worked into the equation. Now we're going smaller with, we've eliminated certain players that helped us get this far, and we're trying to incorporate old people back in the situation. Gabe Vincent, we're incorporating, Maxi Kleber, who played very well in the last one, but I don't like this. All of this is bad because what it essentially does is makes you as old as the Clippers the way we used our roster in the last game. Clippers are old, so the best way to attack them is by being faster than them, more athletic than them, and all of that. And I just think that the Lakers are kind of moving all their old stuff to the front of the line and saying, hey, could you represent us? We love vets. Everybody loves vets until vets show you that they can't play. People still believe in them. So it's like we have that problem with our coach. He's a vet guy. He likes vets. I don't like vets. Vets didn't get me to the record that I have right now. We've been beating people with young people. And I think that's the best way to beat the Clippers. And I know we're not going to do that. I know we're not going to use our young players tonight. We're going to use the same crap we use against the Utah Jazz. And it's going to go however it goes. Zubats likely going to go for 20 and 20. I hate to be the pessimistic guy, but matchups tell the story, man. It's all about the style of fight. You can look at a team and say, yo, they suck. They're 5-12. But the reality is, if they're punching you in all the areas where you're most weak, and what made you as good as you are is not in place, now you're a bit more reliant upon getting to the line. You're more reliant upon hitting long jump shots, for which we shot terribly against the Jazz from behind the arc. So I don't like none of this. This does not line up very well for me. The one thing that I do like, though, is that you are playing a Clipper team that has to work Kawhi back into the equation. And they are coming off a long road trip. They are pretty tired, I'm sure. Their morale is low, and they tend to make mistakes. They're not a good team. But you insert the idea that you're bringing back a Hall of Fame Kawhi Leonard, and you have to assess what their floor actually is when you have that dude out there. It's not the same, man. It's just not. They're not the same team, and neither are we. And so we need to be on absolute guard. This is a trap game. And if we come in thinking we are better than the Clippers, looking at records and stupid stuff like that, and not paying attention to what it is I just told you, this could be a game the Clippers absolutely win. This could be a game the Clippers absolutely win. In fact, if I'm a Clipper fan, I probably feel good about this game. I feel as good as a chance that we could beat a good team as ever before if I know what I'm talking about. And so as a Laker fan, I do not feel good about this game. And I tell LeBron James, we need you to be efficient tonight, continue to take care of the basketball, limit your jump shots until you get your reps in, because the jump shot is looking hitched. It's ugly. It's not falling. You're back to your lowest form of yourself at shooting the ball. I need you to limit those tonight. Get to the line. Force Zubac into foul trouble. It's important that we even up the score with Zubac and force them to put lesser rebounders on the floor. Brook Lopez is a bad rebounder, even though he's a hell of a shot blocker, which is going to render us a jump shooting team. I'm telling you, if we don't hit jump shots tonight, we're not going to win the game. We have to hit jump shots tonight. You got to get Rui involved. I need Rui to have a big game tonight. He needs to be somebody that other people are not paying attention to that happens to go off. That's one way we attack this basketball game, in my opinion. If you focus a little more on Rui than you ever would. Because nobody's paying attention to him right now. And this really is about hitting jump shots. And he really is your most efficient jump shooting player, rather. He's the most efficient. Obviously, Luka's going to get his 40. He's going to do his thing. But we really don't need a 2 of 10 3-point night from Luka. I would say limit those and try to turn those possessions into opportunities to get to the line. Austin Reeves can't have a 1 of 8 from behind the arc type night against the Clippers tonight, especially if James Harden's in the rhythm, Kawhi's in the rhythm, Zubac's in the rhythm. That can be a lot of efficiencies coming at you. Defensively, get out in transition. This team, the Clippers, their morale is so low, man, honestly, and they have so many old role players that you really should be able to take advantage of them. If you play a good game of defense, they really don't have a lot of ball handling. You got John Collins, Zubac. These are not really guys that you can count on to put the ball on the floor at all. We can attack them in transition just like the Orlando Magic did. We are capable, especially if the Lakers are willing to call up the younger guys who can actually speed run, man. That stuff we did against Utah, I'd imagine a bad version of the Clippers if they show up tonight bad. Yeah, you can beat them the same way you beat Utah, but you will dumb it down dramatically. And this being a tournament game with all this stuff on the line, you want to run the score up against this game, this Clipper team. You really, score matters. It ain't just about getting a victory. Score matters. And so that's what I want to say about this game. It's a tournament game. We need not lose sight of that. This is a tournament game, meaning we winning it can make the difference between what's going on next in the tournament. Us losing it could potentially have us fall back and undo a lot of the good that we did. We haven't played a tournament game in almost a week and a half. So this one's at home. We got a brand new floor to show people for this game. I like it. It looks pretty solid. I think that's quite dandy, even though it's a bit blurry. And we're wearing our purples tonight. And the Clippers are wearing whites. Pretty clean Clipper uniforms, even though I hate them. I actually think those uniforms look very nice. So, let's see. Projected starters. James Harden, Chris Dunn, Kawhi Leonard, John Collins, Ivica Zubac. For the Lakers, Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, and, of course, Jackson Hayes, who hasn't been playing well. But he is not somebody that I want guarding Zubac. Not at all. He's not somebody that I trust has enough in his back pocket to do anything with Zubac tonight. So driving at Zubac, getting him in foul trouble is everything, but he's a very good vertical leaper, so you may not get the call type stuff. I really do think the jump shot is so very important tonight. Us coming off a bad jump shooting night just does not make me feel good at all. It's like I said, styles, man, styles. But there's something I want to say about the Clippers. I think that a lot of their problems come from how they use their roster, just like I said about us against, the Jazz. If you push your young stuff to the front of the line, you immediately remove some of your issues. But because you keep on playing the Nick Batums and the Chris Pauls and Brook Lopez's, you're not going to be very good, man. You need to move the Kobe's up to the front of the line. Both of the Kobe's, Brown and Sanders, need to be playing a lot more for the Clippers. Yannick Niederhauser. Yeah, get that boy down there. Catch some lobs from James Harden. Make life easy for yourself when Zubac's not on the floor. They're just not using their team right, man. And I know people love Ty Lue. LeBron James won championship with Ty Lue. Ty Lue's family for us. We love him. But I don't think he's helping himself by the way that he's using this roster, man. I don't think so. I think you need to use the young guys a lot more and just develop them and use their upside to carry you where you're going, along with the complement of Zubats and James Harden. And if Kawhi's playing, you got him. But the role players, how they're using this team, it's why they suck as bad as they do, man. Them dudes is washed. But they do have enough young talent on the roster to where you don't have to use the washed dudes. They just choose to, and as a result, they suck. And will continue to until they figure out what it is I just said is the case. And so is the Lakers. I say the same thing about us. If we're going to keep on doing this Gabe Vincent crap and not playing our young guys, we're gonna dumb ourselves down, and our record's going to be worse going forward over the next 16 games than it was behind us. We've been winning, man, 12-4, but we didn't do it being old. We did it being young and spry and running that pick and roll to perfection with Luka and Austin and Ayton. That's what got us as far as we're going. A whole lot of Jake LaRavia sprinkled in, a whole lot of Marcus Smart sprinkled in. That's the part of your roster that got you as far as you are. You move on from that and you get into this old man crap, and you're going to start finding out you're a 500 ball club. And that's where I think our team is headed, because our coach really likes Gabe Vincent. He really likes Maxi Kleber. He really likes these. And LeBron James is trying to work himself in at 41 years of age. It's just is what it is, y'all. Being old don't work in today's field. It didn't work in yesterday's field, but it definitely don't work right now, because most teams have figured out what it is I just expressed to you guys. Good thing is you're going up against a team that hasn't. So it's going to be old man ball tonight and a late game tip-off. So I don't know what type of basketball I'm going to be looking at, but I would imagine it's going to be a little bit thrown off just off the strength of the strange timing. So, yeah, man, I don't know, man. I think this game could potentially be ugly. I really think it could be an ugly basketball game. What Kawhi shows up? That's the question. What James Harden shows up? I think I know what I'm going to get from Zubats. Probably 20-20, somewhere in there. But is Kawhi Leonard going to play the full game? Is he going to be amazing tonight? Because if he's amazing tonight, all bets are off. James Harden. Is he going to be Cleveland James Harden, who couldn't hit a shot? Or is he going to be Charlotte James Harden, who couldn't miss a shot? Who is this? Who are we seeing? I don't know. But one thing I know is that we have a gaping hole in the center position tonight without Ayton out there, and we are a significantly worse basketball team without Ayton, because of how he is efficient in the paint, because of how well he rebounds the ball, and because of how well he changes shots on the defensive end, and how easy he makes it on other guys who are not as good defensively because of his presence. That's gone, and so now you're relying upon more jump shooting, and I don't like how we've been shooting the ball. So this is bad. All of this is bad. I'm not going to play with y'all. This is bad. But so is the team we're going up against, so long as James Harden and Kawhi Leonard don't decide to be Hall of Famers tonight. So what Bron are we getting? I believe I know what I'm getting from Luka, but he needs to be better from the line and the three. What Austin am I getting? Is it 5 or 12 from the field, Austin? I don't think that those possessions can be utilized that way if we want to take advantage of this basketball team tonight. I really genuinely think this is a Rui night. If we're doing things correctly, Rui's being guarded by their worst player because they have to focus on Luka, Bron, and Austin. So this is when I'd use Rui, all of those guys as decoys, and I try to get Rui 25, 30 points tonight. If I do that, I'm pretty sure the Clippers ain't going to have no answer for that. They don't have an answer for that. But if we try to go at them conventionally, asking LeBron to kind of be more of a scorer, and he's shooting jumpers and bricking them, Austin's bricking and stuff like that, it could be a night where we're really relying upon Luka to be super Luka in order for us to win. I don't like that. I don't like any of this for us, because I just think we have so much security when we have Ayton out there, because he's going to get you 12 points, only missing like 3 shots, man. that is gone. So where you make that up is determined by other players who are not likely to be as efficient, which means it's going to take more possessions to get what you need. So I don't know, man. I don't never have I felt like more pessimism going into a game where we're clearly supposed to win. We're at home. There's a bad Clipper team, blah, blah, blah. But I know better, man. The Clippers have Kawhi now. The Clippers that were 5-12 and have Kawhi Leonard, he wasn't out there. Now you're bringing back this guy. And you got to account for that. So that's really what it is, man. Hopefully I'm wrong. I love being wrong in these type of situations, but I am very worried the Lakers going to lose this game tonight, especially the way they played against the Utah Jazz, how we utilize our roster. We cannot do that. I think this is a great time for us to work in Adu Thero, because the Clippers have absolutely no answer for that player. They don't have anything like that on their team. Athleticism like that is very difficult for the Clippers to deal with all those old people they're running in their role-playing positions. But I know we're not going to do that. I don't even think we called him up. But this is the night where I say, yo, send him out there for about 15 minutes and watch him make magic. He's going to demoralize the Clippers in a lot of ways because they just don't have that type of speed and athleticism out there. He's not there. They don't have that piece. They had it in a player like Trendon Flowers, but he never made the roster, which is an organizational decision that I don't know if I agree with. So, the Clippers they're a bad organization right now. I know that a lot of what is on their team is because of alignment of contracts so that they can have free agency flexibility to the max at a certain year, maybe 2 years from now. But for the time being, all this stuff, it does not belong together on the basketball floor, which is why I think they need to shift into just playing all their young players and just making all those old people just sit down and collect a check, because that's all they're there to do any damn way. They're not producing on the basketball floor. So I'm happy to be a Laker fan. I don't like the Clippers at all. Seeing them succeed is a problem. Seeing them fail is fun, and hopefully they'll continue to do that. But the Lakers have some real problems, man. We have some real problems, and we're going to have to be honest about that, and we're going to have to utilize our roster in a lot better ways than we did against Utah to win this basketball game, in our opinion. So that's pretty much what I got to say, man. Hoping for the best, but prepared for some mess. BDL 44, I thank y'all for watching. I'm out.